Coming up is a short clip from episode 47 of the podcast. You can get full episodes on all major podcast platforms. Just subscribe to Multiple Offers, a real estate show with competing perspectives. You'll notice I'm not in this episode. I was away on vacation. Taking my seat is mortgage broker Stephanie Barrett, a great fit to talk about the federal budget announcement. You will notice a common recurring theme. All of these government interventions at the end of the day seem to mostly be lip service and not provide much help to the average consumer. Let's jump into it.
Let's get into what they actually did.
Okay.
Who wants to kick us off here?
Yeah, I mean, they talked about actually coming up with, like, stress test was there to make sure that people aren't borrowing too much. That was obviously a huge concern for them. And now they want to lend people money for their down payments.
So our government wants to buy pipelines, and now they want to buy people's homes with them.
So they want to make sure people aren't borrowing too much money, but if they are going to borrow money,
borrow it from us.
Borrow it from CMH. It's CMHC, right? That they're actually.
Yeah, I guess
is that correct?
It's actually us.
Yeah,
it's the taxpayers of Canada.
It's a matching program, is my understanding.
Correct.
One of the things that drives me nuts is what qualifies? New developments qualify. Is there anything else?
Resale homes qualify, but there's a difference in the percentage that they'll loan you.
So you get a higher percentage.
So up to 10% on a new construction and 5% on a resale.
See, what drives me nuts about this is the encouraging of buying new developments, because
so frustrating.
It's so frustrating, and it goes against everything I feel like that they're officially saying they're trying to do. Because we all know this, when a brand new development goes up, for the next 5 years, the turnover in that building is way higher than the turnover in anywhere else, because developers build small. And once you get there, your family starts to grow, or you grow, or just realize it's not big enough.
The display suite with super high ceilings where they have just a tape line on it, letting you know that's the actual height. But when you're in there, it feels like, this is actually really nice. Or it's a 2-bedroom suite and you're actually buying a 1-bedroom.
Yeah, you're like, this display suite's awesome. But you don't think about the fact that there's nowhere to put your towels. And there's a lot of these new developments, and new developments are fine, but for a first-time buyer, if I have $500,000 to spend in New West, if I buy a little brand new development, I am so likely to be having to sell that again 2 or 3 years from now. Whereas if I buy something built in the mid-2000s, like 2005-ish, I can get something that I can stay in for a very long time. And
God forbid that pre-sale you bought, the market's flat and you're not making a ton of money on it, and you have speculators that are now trying to offload that product. And we see it, time and time again, where there's a building all of a sudden there's 10 1-bedrooms all going on the market, and it's kind of a race to the bottom. And now you've got to tell somebody that just moved into this place, maybe they've only been there for a year or two, that you might not even be able to sell it based on what they purchased, and now they owe CMHC money on top of that. So it kind of makes you wonder if that's thought out. My other, and this wasn't something from the budget, but my frustration is like the property transfer tax exemption is so much higher. Like that's a provincial thing, but it's it goes up into the 700s for new construction. Here locally, our 1-bedroom condos, brand new condos, are like already at the threshold for resale for some of our condos.
But I think the bigger picture is that this budget overall, we won't get into all of the points, this was meant to try and solidify votes. So we said the Oprah budget. So part of this is also trying to make sure that the development side of things and construction industry is happy. So by changing the amount for new construction to be 10% of matching for the down payment, that's making the construction side of the industry, construction industry, happy.
It's very showy.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right. Like it's just one of those things where you sit back and actually think about it, and you're like, no, this isn't what's actually best for the buyer, especially the buyer entering the market. Like, I don't know. Steph, you talk to me, tell me if you agree, and Jer, most first-time buyers I work with do not buy brand new construction.
I don't think it's a lot. And anyone that's come to me recently wanting to hasn't been able to come up with the deposits anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of them are wanting a 20% deposit. Well, they don't have that cash.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to get the full episode, you can jump over to our other channel or subscribe on all major platforms. Thanks for watching.